Tito Jackson has died age 70. The Jackson 5 founding member and Michael Jackson's older brother suffered a suspected heart attack while driving from New Mexico to Oklahoma on Sunday, a Jackson family representative confirmed. Despite best efforts, Tito could not be revived. An official cause of death has not yet been determined. A statement read, Tito was a cherished member of the Jackson family, a loving father, and a talented musician who left a lasting legacy in the world of music and entertainment. Tito was last pictured on September 9th in Munich, Germany, 6 days before his death, ahead of a performance by the Jacksons' current lineup, also featuring brothers Jackie and Marlon Jackson. His final Instagram post showed him visiting MJ's memorial in the city with the caption, "Before our show in Munich, my brothers Jackie, Marlon, and I visited the beautiful memorial dedicated to our beloved brother Michael Jackson. We are deeply grateful for this special place that honors not only his memory but also our shared legacy. Thank you for keeping his spirit alive." King of Pop Michael, who was known for hits including Smooth Criminal and Beat It, died on June 25, 2009, at the age of 50 after a cardiac arrest. Tito was survived by his three sons, Taj, 41, Terrell, 39, and TJ, 46, who were in the band 3T, and 9 grandchildren. Tito's sons shared poignant snaps and an emotional tribute to their father, writing, "It's with heavy hearts that we announce that our beloved father, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Tito Jackson, is no longer with us. We are shocked, saddened, and heartbroken. Our father was an incredible man who cared about everyone and their well-being. Some of you may know him as Tito Jackson from the legendary Jackson 5. Some may know him as Coach Tito, or some know him as Papa T. Nevertheless, he will be missed tremendously. It will forever be Tito time for us. Please remember to do what our father always preached, and that is love one another. We love you, Pops. Your boys, Taj, Terrell, and TJ." His son's mother was Dolores Didi Martes, whom Jackson wed in 1972 and divorced in 1988. She was found dead in a swimming pool in 1994, age 39. While her death was originally ruled accidental, her boyfriend, Donald Bohanna, was subsequently charged with murdering her and was later found guilty of second-degree murder in 1998. He was granted parole in December 2022 after serving 24 years. The Jackson 5 formed in 1964 with founding members Tito, born Toriano Adarilo, Jackie, and Jermaine. Younger brothers Marlon and Michael joined soon after. Tito started playing guitar at age 10 after his father, Joe, caught him experimenting on his own musical instrument and breaking a string. Joe demanded Tito play for him and later bought him his own guitar. The 10 Jackson kids regularly broke into song, and Joe was inspired to form them into the family band. Joe managed them, entering the band in local talent competitions. Jackson was notoriously hard on them as manager. He also insisted that his children call him by his first name and not Dad. Moving on from local performances and competitions, Jackson eventually booked them in increasingly reputable venues, eventually getting the band a spot at the Apollo Theater in Harlem, New York, where they won Amateur Night and then a Motown recording contract in 1969. The Jackson 5 signed with Motown Records in Detroit and scored several hit songs, including the #1 singles I Want You Back, ABC, The Love You Save, and I'll Be There. With Tito's impressive guitar skills a key component of the band's success, the Jackson 5 became the first American group to have their first 4 singles go straight to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Randy, the youngest Jackson brother, replaced Jermaine in the mid-1970s when the group left Motown and became the Jacksons at CBS. Jermaine stayed behind and launched a solo career. In 2001, Jackson reunited with his brothers for Michael Jackson's 30th anniversary concert special at Madison Square Garden. Michael was involved in the original Jackson 5 up until 1983, when he began to focus on a successful career as a solo artist. Tito shared a close bond with Michael and staunchly defended him when he faced allegations of child molestation. Jackson was cleared of all 14 counts of allegations against him in 2005. In 2019, the documentary Leaving Neverland was released, in which Wade Robson and James Safechuck both claim Michael had abused them as young boys. Safechuck was 10 years old when he met Jackson in 1986 on the set of a Pepsi advert. He alleges that Jackson, who throughout his life denied any allegations of sexually abusing children, showered him with gifts while grooming both him and his family. Robson, an Australian, was 5 when he first met Jackson after winning a dance competition in Brisbane. He alleged similar abuse. Tito refused to watch the documentary and said, "I think it has something to do with his popularity, that they want to throw some ugliness in the mix or want to taint his profile. Social media doesn't help the way it works sometimes, but his legacy will never be tainted because the truth always prevails, and it always will. I don't care what they say, it always will. It's almost like, what's next? Who's next?" Tito began a solo career in 2003, performing as a blues musician and releasing 2 albums, Tito Time in 2016 and Under Your Spell in 2021. Tito Time spawned the successful solo single Get It Baby, featuring Big Daddy Kane. He released Love One Another from Under Your Spell, which featured brother Marlon Jackson, Kenny Neal, Bobby Rush, and Stevie Wonder. Throughout his career, he was nominated for 3 Grammy Awards and was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1997 as a member of the Jackson 5. Last month, Jackson reflected on his brother Michael, telling the Mirror, "The world was not kind to Michael at all. I don't know why. I would always say if we didn't have him, we sure would miss him. His death was such a major tragedy. The world definitely missed out on a lot of goodness from him because he wasn't just a musician or an artist. He was a loving person. He loved to give. I don't have time to put it in my head. We know ourselves and we know each other. It just angers me. There are not too many people that I trust learning from this business. Well, there are a whole lot of wealthy people in show business that are not artists. So you wonder how they got all their wealth." In his final weeks, Jackson had performed shows in California, England, and Scotland, taking to the stage in Surrey, England, on September 8th and performing at Circus Krone in Munich on September 10th. The band was due to perform next on October 25th in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and November 1st in Cincinnati, Ohio. His final Instagram post, just 5 days before his tragic death, saw him honor his beloved late brother and king of pop, Michael Jackson. Tito, who had been touring with his Jackson bandmates and brothers, Jackie and Marlon, in the days preceding his death, visited a Michael Jackson memorial in Munich, Germany, last week ahead of a show at Circus Krone. He wrote, "Before our show in Munich, my brothers Jackie, Marlon, and I visited the beautiful memorial dedicated to our beloved brother, Michael Jackson. Fans left heartfelt comments on the last post, including, 'Hope you're with him now, singing and dancing in heaven. Rest in peace, Tito Jackson. You are with Michael now, and you get to see your baby brother again, Unc.' Others wrote, 'R.I.P. legend, you're again with your little brother, Michael.' Michael, who was known for hits including Smooth Criminal and Beat It, died on June 25, 2009, at the age of 50 after a cardiac arrest. Tito was survived by his 3 sons, Taj, 41, Terrell, 39, and TJ, 46, who were in the band 3T, and 9 grandchildren. Tito's sons shared poignant snaps and an emotional tribute to their father, writing, "It's with heavy hearts that we announce that our beloved father, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Tito Jackson, is no longer with us. We are shocked, saddened, and heartbroken. Our father was an incredible man who cared about everyone and their well-being. Some of you may know him as Tito Jackson from the legendary Jackson 5. Some may know him as Coach Tito, or some know him as Papa T. Nevertheless, he will be missed tremendously. It will forever be Tito time for us. Please remember to do what our father always preached, and that is love one another. We love you, Pops. Your boys, Taj, Terrell, and TJs." Devastated Tito Jackson fans said the star was reunited with his beloved late brother, Michael.